This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Speedway. His third place finish came from a 25th place start, so he's come from the back before here at Texas and made it work.
Talked to his crew chief, Dave McCartney, right before the race. He said, hey, I'd rather start at the back. That may allow us to play some pit strategy. Oh, we got big trouble.
Trouble up, and Terry Cook is involved as he is up across the track. Nowhere to go for Cook. Here's Mike Bliss spinning down across the track. Here on lap number 4, the Ford truck.
Brian Rose also involved.
Looked like Brian Rose may have spun, and he gets tagged by Terry Cook, who had nowhere to go. There's the PerryConnection.com dodge for Brian Rose.
The wall pretty good.
What happened a moment ago on lap number 4?
Already sideways, all three trucks. You got Mike Bliss left of your screen, just went out of your screen. You see Terry Cook with nowhere to go, got caught up between Brian Rose and the wall. There's Mike Bliss turning around. I'm not sure how much contact Mike Bliss had with anything.
Down pit lane soon and often if they can only get 5 gallons of fuel into that truck.
And what a tough break for a team that basically calls this racetrack their home track. They are based in Hennessy, Oklahoma. We're talking about the Morgan Dollar Axiom team for Dennis Setzer. And wow, 5 gallons. They're not going to be able to stay out very much longer. The dry brake, I mean, can that crimp or what?
Probably, it probably broke on maybe on the can that they were using, but if it broke on the truck, I don't know what they're going to have to come in, as you mentioned, and not too many more laps and work on that and fix that if it's not going to take any fuel.
Well, we'll update what happens with Dennis Setzer. We have problems on the racetrack and caution waiting as one truck is showing flames. That apparently is the 81 of Donnie Neuenberger, the IHOP machine.
What a tremendous break for Mike Bliss. We documented that he had there. Look at the fire underneath Donnie Neuenberger's truck. He needs to stop that truck, get out, and let the fire crew put the fire out.
And that happened a moment ago to Neuenberger on lap 65.
So inside of the racetrack, he got a little bit sideways there. Almost caught the. It looked like Terry Cook just barely getting by on the inside. Take a look again. You're going to see him coming off turn number 2 right in there. Got sideways. He's going to make contact with the inside wall, which is probably going to either knock an oil line loose or knock the fuel pump off the truck, and that's what probably led to the fire.
And a different angle looking across the back straightaway. You see the contact's already happened. Now watch the left front. We'll see if there's a flame erupting. So what would you guess? Probably fuel pump there in the front of the truck?
I would think probably fuel pump, and that's probably raw fuel that's spewing out of the...
Back at Texas Motor Speedway, the green came out a moment ago, and now the caution is flying again, and that is a huge break for the 75 of David Starr, and not a good break for the 39, the Roto-Rooter machine of Steve Portengate.
Very much the same place that we saw Donnie Neuenberger.
And you heard the crew talking to Portengate saying, are you okay? He's going to bring out caution number 4, coming off turn 2. Look up at the upper part of your screen. You see him sideways.
Here he comes across the racetrack there, made hard contact in the inside wall. Couldn't tell exactly what.
Bump with a 20.
Now these trucks here are battling 4th position. That's 14th, 15th, and 16th right there.
Stay low, stay low, stay low.
And heavy contact. Mike Bliss goes up across the racetrack and looked like he was headed right for the wall. He got the truck turned somehow and glanced off of it with the left in the front and sort of spun around, but looked like he was headed right for it. As you watch this battle, here comes Crawford back to the flag for the caution. And Crawford will beat Bill Lester by. Lester was trying to get his lap back, had just been passed by Crawford. Lester being shown in 10th spot and could not get back.
Look at what happened here. See him on the inside of John Wood right there. Right here, going down in the turn number 1. He gets sideways before they even get to the corner. Slides down across the apron of the racetrack. Roof flap came up. Slid across, made some fairly minor contact with the outside wall for as considered as fast as he was running.
And watch
another angle. See, look at him sideways already, Doc, before he really even starts to turn into the corner.
Watch the 07 right side. Watch Jason Small just missing the 07, the rookie Small, just getting below the 16 truck, the IWX Chevrolet for Mike Bliss. Here. Well, that picture tells the story. Jason Leffler, our pole sitter here at Texas, his 3rd career pole of the season. And on lap 106, we have caution for the 6th-time heavy contact. Leffler's Team ASA CarQuest Dodge. Pretty used up. The crew just a moment ago on the radio saying that the truck is pretty much done. They're going to try to repair it. There was some contact on the racetrack. Here's what happened a moment ago.
It's Bill Lester, the 8 truck, gets sideways in front of Jason Leffler. But then Jason gets sideways. I don't know if he jumped on the brakes and the rear brakes kind of locked up in that turn him around, or whether there was something on the racetrack. Ted Musgrave was able to get through his time.
It was only 47 points separating a top 5 coming into the night. Jason Leffler has had his troubles. He'll be back in 5th spot, still with 125 back.
Good battle for 4th right here. That's Rick Crawford, the 14 truck, Ted Musgrave, the 1 truck. It looks like every time Ted gets up close to Rick Crawford, he loses the front end in the center of the corner, and he's not able to make the pass. He needs some clean air right now, but he's not able to get it because Rick Crawford is right there.
And moving inside of Stan Boyd, who led some laps earlier this year. Stan actually led 4 laps at Pikes Peak.
And 4.
8 laps to go for Brendan Gaughan, who started back in 10th spot, 26 years of age, reigning and 2-time NASCAR Winston West Series champion. His dad, Michael, is the owner of that truck. You heard Amy talk to his crew chief, Shane Wilson, a little while ago. Kevin Croyer, you heard the promise he made Kevin. If you'll come build me a stout Dodge motor, I'll win a Winston West title, and I might even win a NASCAR Craftsman truck race this year. Well, he's 7 laps away from fulfilling that promise.
He's actually stretching the lead out again, Doc. He's almost up to a 3-second lead. So there you hear it, 2.8 split right there. Doing a great job. Again, remember now, he only has 2 fresh tires, where the rest of these guys all took 4 tires, but it's working for him. He had clean air. He's able to keep that truck out front and actually pull away.
Keep focusing on those lines, buddy.
And a reminder, coming up next will be baseball tonight as the laps are winding down.
31.3, 2.7.
Going to be running a little bit short on time here as Brendan Gaughan tries to hold on for these final 6 laps. We've got to mention that the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series lost a very devoted fan this week, and Gene McCarver, the 75-year-old, huge fan of ESPN and NASCAR's Craftsman Trucks, passed away. Gene was the mother of Kathy Kearns, the wife of NASCAR Craftsman Truck Public Relations Director Owen Kearns, and from all of us at ESPN, we send our condolences to the Kearns family. And of course, Gene was so well loved by so many folks in this series because she was such a huge Craftsman Truck Series fan.
Big loss for the series, that's for sure.
5 laps to go here in Texas Motor Speedway as you watch this battle for 4th spot. The Mopar Dodge of Ted Musgrave, a truck length behind the Circle Bar Ford of Rick Crawford.
Seems like they've been nose to tail most of this race here. Rick Crawford, Ted Musgrave.
4 laps to go in Texas. Remember, we'll join you next time, June 22nd, 1 o'clock Eastern time at Memphis Motorsports Park for the O'Reilly 200. That's our next stop in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Those of you just tuning in, we'll remind you again, baseball tonight coming up next. And there's our next stop, Memphis Motorsports Park, home of the Blues up there. That's where Dennis Setzer won last year, looking for a repeat. The O'Reilly 200, 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Get him on the back straightaway if we can.
There is Brendan Gaughan. Let's check one more time in his pits. Amy?
Well, it's been fun listening to the chatter on the radio between crew chief Shane Wilson and Brendan Gaughan. First of all, trying to remind him that they have plenty of fuel. Brendan, of course, remembering the 2-tire stop, they didn't get all the fuel. They said, Brendan, don't worry about it. We're good on fuel. Then they're trying to keep him calm. We talked about how emotional he was at that second place finish last fall. Well, he is starting to get a little emotional now with just 2 to go. And they said, Brendan, this is just like a big Irwindale. Irwindale, a small little half-mile track in California that he's had a lot of success with in the Winston West cars. Looks nothing like Texas, but in his mind right now, he's just making laps around Irwindale.
Well, he played basketball for the legendary John Thompson at Georgetown. His roommate, well, how about a guy by the name of Allen Iverson? So much emotion. What a great athlete. He could have played baseball. He could have played possibly professional basketball. He chose to go to NASCAR and become a Winston West Series champion, not once but twice. His dream was to move up into NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series. And now, the Napa Auto Parts Dodge is a half a turn away from going to victory lane. Here he comes out of turn 4. 26-year-old Brendan Gaughan will win at Texas Motor Speedway.
Good job, Brendan. Good job, all you guys. Way to work hard. Pays off, pays off.
Brendan Gaughan, Jerry Punch in the tower, and all of us at ESP. Congratulations, buddy, on a great effort. I think he's pretty excited right now. We told you how emotional Brendan Gaughan, Jerry Punch up in the ESPN booth. Congratulations, buddy, on an outstanding effort.
Man, buddy. Good job. It's sunny.
Brendan, Jerry Punch up in the ESPN tower, buddy. Congratulations on an outstanding effort. You are a winner in NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series.
Thank you very much, gang. We told you the Orleans racing team would be strong. And Napa Auto Parts, they told us they left championships. They left with a championship. They wanted to return. We're bringing them their first win. We plan on getting many more. Shane Wilson and the whole team is the greatest.
Well, Brendan Gaughan has won in NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series in the Napa Auto Parts Dodge. For Phil Parsons, Ray Dunlap, and Amy East, I'm Jerry Punch congratulating Brendan Gaughan on his very first win. He becomes the 9th different winner in 9 races at Texas Motor Speedway. We go to Memphis, Tennessee for the O'Reilly 200. That's our next stop in NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series. Coming up next is Baseball Tonight. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Congratulations to Brendan Gaughan.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a special presentation of ABC Sports, spanning the globe to bring you the biggest of...
As the leader in sports television.